This is the worst podcast ever. I'm Lex. He's Cole. He's going to be playing UFC 2. And I'm going to talk about Wonder Woman. We both just saw Wonder Woman. Mm-hmm. We love superhero movies. We do. We love superhero movies.
Stand up for some too.
Yes. And DC particularly.
Oh,
we love DC. We like Marvel, but we love DC, I think. Is that fair to say?
Yeah.
I wanted Wonder Woman to be great. And apparently it was, according to Rotten Tomatoes, has Wonder Woman sitting in the 90s with along with other superhero movies like The Dark Knight and The Avengers and Captain America, The Winter Soldier, and stuff like that, right? In the 90s. So I was very excited going into Wonder Woman. I was like, oh my god, finally! A DCEU movie that doesn't suck. Oh my god, isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing?
Hey, how about that?
So we just got back, and, well, I didn't like it that much.
Nah.
You don't like it that much either?
Nope.
Is it because it was hyped up by Rotten Tomatoes, do you think? If it came out with a rotten rating like Suicide Squad and Batman v Superman, do you think we would have been like, it was alright? But because it had a plus 90 Rotten Tomatoes score.
Well, I'll tell you, that's going to be a no for me because I didn't do any checking on this movie. I did though, and I think I was like, it was okay. I didn't think it was horrible. It was okay. It was basically Captain America, the first Avenger, but with Wonder Woman. I didn't like Captain America, the first Avenger. I don't like period piece movies in general. I don't like movies that take place in a different time period. Especially World War II. I know this was World War I, but basically the same thing. Yeah, by the way, basically the same thing. Like World War I and World War II, pretty close. Pretty close. Like, I've seen so many World War II movies, I feel like I have PTSD. Like, I feel like I was in the war. Like when I watch Saving Private Ryan, I feel like I was on the beaches myself. Because I've seen that opening scene on the beaches. Pearl Harbor, I feel like I was there too. Too many World War II movies. And World War I is basically the same shit. I don't know. The whole movie was a flashback, by the way, so the whole movie didn't matter. Because it was a flashback. The whole movie was a flashback. So in a way, the whole movie didn't matter. So that kind of annoyed me. Yeah. The whole movie was a flashback. And then there were flashbacks within the major flashback. Because then it was like Wonder Woman who's like, oh, I remember when I came to man's world. And I was like, all right. But then I was like, but actually first, let's go back to when I was a little kid. I was like, oh, shit. So it was like a super flashback. And then, damn, you are fucking him up. By the way, I'm impressed. I love this. This is uber violent. You're fucking him up. Flying knee. Yeah, just flashbacks. People were shitting on Zack Snyder because of Batman v Superman and Man of Steel and the Justice League trailers, and I'm like, alright. And they're like, Zack Snyder, all the slow motion and, all the skimpy women, and I'm like... And then I watched Wonder Woman, which is not directed by Zack Snyder. And it's like, well, a lot of slow motion. Also, a lot of women on Themyscira dressed really provocatively. I'm like, damn. I'm like, are we sure this isn't directed by Zack Snyder? Because there's a lot of slow motion in this movie. A lot of Wonder Woman in the short, the short little dress, and I'm like, okay, I mean, fair enough. A lot of slow motion, too much slow motion.
Yeah.
The ending of the movie was bullshit. I didn't like it. I didn't like Ares. He had telekinesis. I didn't know Ares had telekinesis. Do you know that?
I didn't.
I didn't like the telekinesis. I didn't like the telekinesis at all. I didn't like Ares at all. I didn't like that ending. I didn't like, it was all like, it looked shitty. It reminded me a lot of Doomsday. You know?
Yeah.
But worse, I thought. I don't know. Maybe because I think Doomsday is like a cooler looking monster. But Ares is literally just a dude in like a Viking helmet, kind of? Right?
Yeah.
Like a Viking helmet? I don't know. Just didn't like it. Didn't like that. I didn't like the German guy either. Who they were like, I think, trying to like make us think was the Ares guy. But wasn't. He sucked. Remember that scene where the German guy and Dr. Poison were like, why did you throw the mask on? It's not going to help them. And they're like, yeah, but it's going to be funny to watch them fight over. And they're like, Do you remember that? There was a scene where Dr. Poison and the General, just started laughing maniacally at the idea of all of their constituents fighting over a gas mask that wouldn't even help them. That was weird. I was like, okay. Like, these guys are literally like James Bond villain evil. Like, mwah, mwah. There was maniacal laughing in this movie. You know what? I liked Chris Pine. He was funny as hell. I liked the dick joke. What the fuck? What was that? Oh, he just flipped you over. I like dick jokes. There were a lot of dick jokes, so I like that. I liked Gal Gadot, or Gadot. Yeah, Gal Gadot was good. She was hot. She looked good. I thought she was a good actress, even though everybody says she's not. I was like, she's alright. I was like, fuck it. I know she was like a model that became an actress, and usually they're not. I was like, she's alright. Yeah, Gal Gadot was alright. Chris Pine was funny as hell. By the way, speaking of similarities to Captain America, Chris Pine's character is basically Captain America.
Yeah.
He's literally, he has the same rank and the same first name. Steve. Instead of Steve Rogers, it's Steve Trevor. And both the same rank. And it's like, alright. And the ending's the same. The end of Captain America, the First Avenger, is Captain America in a giant, evil German plane. And the end of this movie is Captain Steve in a giant, evil German plane that he blows up in the sky. While Captain America, the First Avenger, he downed it in Antarctica. Or the North Pole. Or whatever. Or, whatever, But it was like the same thing. Like he downed the plane. Oh, shit, dude.
I don't really care about this fight.
You were winning, though. You're doing so good. Oh, God. Oof.
Yeah.
Damn.
I just love how anytime I try to pull top man and drop elbows, it's like I'm tickling him a little bit.
Yeah, but when he does it, it's like a big brawling black dude pulled a bed sheet up and around in your head and proceeds to skull fuck you, right? Basically.
I wish Dan God believed in me as much as he believes in my character.
Yeah. Dan Murliotta, the referee, let him elbow you in the face.
Look at him.
Oh my
standing
God.
there, bud.
Oh my God. You're dead. Your character is dead, and Dan Murliotta is just like, let's see what happens.
Hey,
right?
Maybe he'll get back up. It's like
he
he
might make a comeback
in about 30 seconds when he wakes up.
Yeah, well, Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't like the slow motion.
So much slow motion. The action, that you know what? Like, I thought the movie was funny and the dialogue was good, and like, I think the visual aesthetic was nice. overall, like, the cinematography and all that, but the action sucked. And I was like, well, that's probably the most important part, isn't it? The action, right?
Yeah.
Probably. I don't know. It's an action movie, so I don't know. Just a little boring, I thought. Like, you know? I mean, it was funny at least, so at least I was like, alright, well, at least it's funny. You know, it had some dick jokes. So I was like, yeah, alright, I'm not mad, but I just want more action. And actually good action, because at the end there was a lot of action, but it just like it wasn't good. It was like CGI. That ending fight with Ares was so bad. I was like, what?
Didn't really like it. It was.
I don't even know what I was looking at. Ares was like telekinesis rocks. He had like telekinetic rock powers, and I felt like as the fight was going on, Wonder Woman was like leveling up and unlocking new powers, and I was like, what?
Yeah.
Like, Wonder Woman has 1 million powers, I think. I don't know. I didn't know that. Like, they were... You know what I mean? She was, like, unlocking and, like, perking out. Like, you know, like, she was just unlocking all these new powers I didn't know about. Where she shot lightning back at Ares, and I'm like, alright, so apparently Greek gods all have lightning powers, I guess? I don't know.
Yeah.
I guess because their dads are Zeus. Yeah. I don't know. Just a little weird.
I didn't, what else did I like? Yeah, I would say, it's very slow motion. I personally don't like the accent. I understand what it's all about.
You don't like the Wonder Woman accent?
No, it's stupid. Especially since in, JLU, she doesn't have it.
No, in Justice League, the animated cartoon, which I love, I have actually the entire series on DVD right there. I love
to me, is the best Justice League.
Yeah,
ever.
That's the best DC has ever put out. Is that show? I think. Although Young Justice is very good too. I like Young Justice.
If they had the story of JLU with the animation of Young Justice, that would have
been good. Yeah,
that might be the best show.
Like, yeah, I'd agree. But yeah. We'll see. We'll see. It kind of looks like your hair a little bit.
Yeah.
Is that what you're trying to do? You're trying to. He's in Creative Fighter.
Yeah.
And it looks like she's trying to make a Cole. Yeah.
My hair's.
No. It was the one before that.
You know, it might be this one. That's one.
Yeah.
Because I haven't shaved.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. That actually looks exactly like your hair. Yeah. Same color too. I think already kind of maybe a little darker. There. Yeah, I think that is your hair. Anyway. But yeah, I mean, Wonder Woman disappointed me overall. Disappointed me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it was.
Yeah.
This Force awakened me.
It Force awakened you.
An hour into this movie, I'm like, wait a second, I should be liking this movie by now. But I don't.
Like, oh, it's still boring. Yeah.
Wait a second, I still.
But it was funny though, and the dialogue was good though. But boring.
Yeah, like
too much slow mo. It was like every time there was actually an action sequence, I was like, yeah, finally, Wonder Woman's gonna fight. And then it was ruined with slow motion. I'm like, alright, never mind. Wonder Woman's not gonna fight. She's gonna slow-mo fight. And I was like, guys, Wonder Woman has super strength and super speed. You know, she has enhanced physical attributes because of her demi-goddess DNA, because she's Zeus's daughter. I'm like, you can't show off her speed if you put her in slow motion. It's like part of Wonder Woman's power set is how goddamn fast she is. I can't see how powerful she is if you slow her down so much. And they did it a lot. And by the way, the Amazons were like depowered. The Amazons, you can apparently kill an Amazon even though they have body armor with like a shitty World War I era bullet. And I was like, okay. I thought Amazons like were more powerful than that. Apparently no, you can actually just kill them with any old bullet. Any old bullet. And even Wonder Woman got injured in that skirmish on the beach in the first act.
Yeah.
Which I thought might have been the best action sequence of the movie because at least it was like, all right, we're killing some Germans. Yeah. Some hot women fighting Germans, but then they were getting killed a lot. And I was like, this kind of sucks. Like, the Germans were, like, killing a bunch of them, and I was like, oh, God, these women are getting destroyed. I mean, I guess they won at the end, but it was like, they were taking some... There were casualties. I was like, I'm not happy about those casualties. Nah. It's like, they're like Greek heroes. They should be more durable. I don't know. Or at least they should be better at blocking bullets. Yeah. Like, what's the point in the bracelets if you're not good at blocking bullets? Because those, I mean, I don't know. It's just like, all right. I mean, I guess I shouldn't be surprised. They did bring, like, you know, they brought, like, bow and arrows to a gunfight, I guess, which is kind of like, all right, well, it's not great.
Yeah, I was really surprised. I was hoping, like, it would turn around. They had this, like, bullet time segment where it's following the bullet. I'm like, oh, somebody's gonna, like, slice that bullet out of the air and say, no, it just...
No, Wonder Woman watches the bullet kill her, like, sister or whatever.
Yeah.
I don't know, I was just like... I wish the Amazons were more powerful. And I wish Wonder Woman was more powerful. Because, again, a Wonder Woman got cut on the arm, and I'm like, wait, did she cut on the arm from a bullet? Yeah. And I'm like, wait a minute. She should be bulletproof. She's Wonder Woman. She's a demi-goddess. If she's gonna fight alongside Superman, who is, you know, an alien, she's gotta be stronger than that. I'm like, I don't like that. And the lasso, I hated the lasso. By the way, it wasn't a lasso, it was like a whip. She was like, whoosh, and she would like, wham!
Yeah.
I was like, it's the lasso of truth, not the whip of truth. It's a lasso. And she didn't lasso, she was like, whoosh. Right? The lasso was weird. Remember in the end when Ares was throwing telekinetic rocks? Which happens a lot in the third act, actually. To Ares, remember, he was throwing telekinetic rocks, and she was, like, doing this with the lasso?
Yeah, it was...
The lasso is almost like Doctor Strange's cape. It has, like, a mind of its own. I'm like, what the fuck is this lasso doing? This lasso's crazy.
Yeah.
And then, like, I liked when she absorbed the lightning and then shot it back, but I was, like, still, like... Alright, that was cool, I guess. But is that the thing they do? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. It's just like... Like in BVS, she did the ding! Like a sonic boom. She was like, ding!
Yeah.
That was alright. But she can also apparently absorb energy and deflect it, so I guess that's a thing too. And can she fly? She was kind of flying sometimes.
At some point.
Can she fly? Or can she just jump?
I don't know.
In the comics, Wonder Woman flies. Does the DCEU Wonder Woman not fly? I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know.
Yeah. I don't know if I... Like, I'm now wondering, like, now they're doing these solo films, like, is Flash gonna be good? Is Flash...
Now I'm, like, nervous. You know what I am, though? I'm happy everyone else liked Wonder Woman. You said that.
Yeah.
I'm happy Rotten Tomatoes and all of the critics and all the YouTube movie reviewers liked it, because that means the DCEU is going to continue.
Yeah.
Because if this movie was rotten, that might have been the end of the DCEU. They, you know, like, Warner Brothers might have been, you know what? We literally just put out 4 or 5 shitty movies. We're done.
Yeah.
We'll start over. We'll reboot it with a new... We'll cast a new Superman, even though Henry Cavill is perfect. We'll recast Wonder Woman, even though I think Gal Gadot is perfect as Wonder Woman. She looks like Wonder Woman. Like, when I see her, I'm like, that's Wonder Woman. When I see Henry Cavill, that's Superman. Flash looks good. I love the Flash costume in Justice League in the trailers. It looks great.
Yeah.
Cyborg, a little too much CGI on Cyborg. I wish he was practical, but hey, whatever.
My idea is like
Batman's a little too tall, I feel like, but I'm still like I like Ben Affleck though. But I think Batman's a little too old, a little too tall. But I'm like, all right, let's see what happens.
My idea.
I'm open-minded. I'm open-minded too.
With Cyborg is like just do an Iron Man where he's
up close. Iron Man was practical when he's flying around shooting his those things and doing the Omni beam. He's CGI, which makes sense. But Cyborg is always CGI, and I'm like, does he have to be though? Iron Man was pretty good. They did him up close, practical, and it made it look. It made me believe it more. When I look at Cyborg, I'm like, that's literally just Ray Fisher in like an uncomfortable leotard. A green leotard. Yeah. I hope Justice League is good. I hope. I hope. Nobody cares what I hope. Nobody cares.
Nobody sees the lonely perfection of my dreams.
Nobody understands the lonely perfection of my dreams. I loved Alien Covenant. The more I think about it, the more I love it, and the more I'm just like, fuck you. Fuck you.
It's a good movie.
Fuck you. Fuck you, everybody who's just complaining. Thought it was good. Thought it was cool. Ooh, I don't know about that. He's in Creative Fighter and he's putting a bunch of tattoos all over him. Oh, timer's done. That's a 20-minute. That's movie review. We just did a movie review. Wonder Woman.
Yeah.
What do you think? 4 stars out of 5? What do you? Out of 10 out of 10 lassos of truth, how many Chris Pine penis jokes are you gonna give it?
Above average.
Above average. Chris Pine. By the way, I think Chris Pine is a tiny penis. I think he just looks like he has a tiny penis. By the way, I have a tiny penis too, so I don't really care. But good for Chris Pine. Apparently, Steve Trevor has a big penis. I like the dick jokes. I like the humor. I like the dialogue. I didn't like the action. I didn't like the ending. I didn't like that the whole movie was a fucking flashback. Another thing, they kind of, again, they ripped off Captain America. They also ripped off a sequence from Man of Steel. When Ares is trying to seduce Wonder Woman into joining his evil plan of cleansing the Earth, he shows her like a vision of like all these beautiful trees and grass, and it's like this beautiful forest, this beautiful valley. And he's like, this would be the Earth without mankind. And Wonder Woman's like, no, I won't do it. I'm like, wait a minute, this seems familiar. This is exactly what happened in Man of Steel when Zod was trying to take the Codex out of Superman, and he was going to Superman's mind. And I was like, this is the same thing.
Yeah.
And someone else pointed this out where Wonder Woman was climbing the wall, where she was like, wait, do I have did she like just find out she had super strength? Because remember, she was climbing the wall, she was like, what the fuck? She's like, oh shit, I can climb this wall. I didn't know I had super strength. Like, was that what that was? She was like finding out she had super strength. She's like, shit, I think I have super strength.
Yeah.
Holy shit, I'm super strong. I didn't know that. I thought I'm the skinniest girl on this island. I thought I was.
Yeah. She's definitely.
Yeah, she's the skinniest Amazon, but she's like, shit, I think I have super strength. But whatever. That was literally like in the scene where Peter Parker is learning to fucking swing from his web in Sam Raimi's Spider-Man. Like the dun 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 dun, and he's climbing up the wall. And he's like, whoa! And apparently the God Killer sword is bullshit. He's like, you don't need it, you're the God Killer. And I was like, oh, that was a cool sword though. I wish he didn't just...
Wouldn't have told her that.
I mean, I guess she would have found... I don't know. Again, I don't know. Again, well, because that was when Ares was trying to seduce her still. He was still trying to turn her to the dark side. Kind of reminded me of when Luke Skywalker was getting seduced by the Emperor in the throne room of Return of the Jedi. But not as good. Although there was lightning involved. Instead of the Emperor shooting lightning, Ares... Wow, there is a lot of similarities there. Instead of the Emperor shooting lightning, it was Ares shooting lightning. Which brings me to my final point. Wonder Woman was okay, but unoriginal. The whole movie was literally Captain America the First Avenger with a sequence from Man of Steel here, a theme from Return of the Jedi here, a sequence from Spider-Man, Sam Raimi's Spider-Man here, and then way too much slow motion, and the lasso of truth is a bullshit. It should be a lasso, not a whip. She was whipping it around, really weird. I was like, alright. Apparently it's a whip now. And the God Killer sword was bullshit, because it was like, fuck it, I guess. I don't know. Wonder Woman was okay. I didn't hate it. I liked it. It was okay. I just wish it was cooler. I'm excited for Justice League. This is the worst podcast ever.
It's awful.
Yeah. I'm Lex Flynn.
I'm Cole.
He's Cole.